The Namib Mills Investment Group is a holding entity that actively manages a portfolio of investments containing a number of operating companies. It is mainly active in the following sectors: wheat, maize and mahungu milling, pasta, rice, sugar, animal feed, and poultry production and packaging. The company traces its roots back to 1981, when the first small greenfields maize mill opened in Windhoek. The pasta plant was first launched in 2001 and a second facility commissioned in 2011 with technology from Pavan in Italy. State-of-the-art facilities and a highly skilled workforce guarantee that a wide range of quality branded products meets the requirements of its customers. The company creates socio-economic growth through investment in local economies and develop people's talent, both inside and through educational initiatives in the communities in which it operates. Quality focused. At Namib Mills, we are driven by consistent quality and therefore adhere to the international standards requirements for conformance to quality and food safety. We achieved ISO 9001 certification in 1999 and consistently enact our hygiene management system. Daily testing of all our products is conducted at our testing facilities located in Windhoek and Otavi. These tests are conducted by our highly qualified food technicians and their team. This How It's Made video will focus on the process of producing pasta. Pasta is made from flour which is milled at Namib Mills and transferred to the pasta plant via blow lines. The flour is stored in bins that can hold up to 80 tons of flour per bin. The flour is then transferred via a blow line to holding bins which have a capacity of 7 tons per bin. The flour is transferred from the bins to a mixer where warm water is added to form a dough. The dough is kneaded under a vacuum for a short time. A screw pushes the dough through a die known as the process of extrusion. The pasta plant is divided into 2 separate production lines known as short and long pasta. Short pasta. For short pasta such as macaroni, elbows, and fusilli, a quickly rotating blade cuts the dough into the required lengths. The shape of the inserts in the die determines the shape that is produced. Initial drying. The extruded and cut shapes then fall into the shaker pre-dryer. This equipment vibrates and circulates very hot air up to 98 degrees Celsius across the pasta to quickly dry the product's surface in order to avoid the formation of lumps. Pre-drying and drying. The product is then fed into the dryer by means of an elevator and a loading vibrator. In the dryer, the product undergoes alternating drying and stabilization phases by moving across different layers of conveyors. Inside the dryer are fans that circulate and extract hot moist air and so dry the product. The temperature and humidity conditions inside the dryer are regulated by thermocapacitive probes which are controlled by software. Cooling. When the product is dry, it moves into a cooler. Here the temperature of the product is decreased to room temperature through circulation of cool air. Storing. The final product is then transported to buffer silos using an elevator. The whole production process takes about 3 hours. Packing. From the buffer silos, the product passes over a vibrating sifter. Here, the good product gets separated from lumps and fine powder. The good product is then transported to packing machines using a bucket elevator. Packaging machines are the form, fill and seal type. This means the packaging material is on a roll and the machine unwinds it, forms the packets, fills the packets with the product and seals the packets. Here the best before date also gets printed onto the back of the packets. Packets then pass through a metal detector onto conveyor belts and are on their way to an automatic bundling machine. The bundling machine stacks the packets into pre-programmed specific bundles and covers them with shrink plastic. The bundles then pass through an oven. The outer plastic shrinks to secure the bundle. The bundles of the finished product are packed on a pallet in a specific pattern. The pallet is weighed, wrapped, and identification labels are stuck on. Now the pallet is transferred to the warehouse for storage and distribution. Long pasta. The preparation of the dough for long pasta, such as spaghetti and tagliatelle, is the same as for short pasta. Extrusion and cutting. The extruded dough for long pasta is spread over a stick and the strands are cut by a long helix blade. Any excess wet strands are cut off, shredded, and returned to the mixing process. Pre-drying and drying. The sticks carrying the long pasta strands move into the pre-drying phase where very hot air, up to 81 degrees Celsius, gets circulated across the pasta to quickly dry the product surface. Just like with short pasta, there are strong fans inside the dryer to circulate and extract hot and moist air and dry the pasta. Cooling and loosening. Just like short pasta, the long pasta moves to a cooler after being dried. Here, the temperature of the product is decreased to room temperature through circulation of cool air. Then, the production line has a small buffer storage where full dried sticks can accumulate for about 20 minutes before moving on to the next stage. The next stage ensures the strands of dried pasta are loosened from the stick and each other by moving across a row of separator rods. Cutting. Long pasta needs to be cut to the right length after it is dried. For this, the full sticks are laid horizontally and the stick is removed, leaving behind a row of stiff pasta strands on a conveyor. These are then transported past very quickly rotating cutting discs. The discs cut off the curl, cut the bottom evenly, and cut the strands in the middle. This means that one dried strand gives you 4 equally long pieces of long pasta. For long pasta, the production process is about 6 hours. Packing. The packing of long pasta is similar to the packing process of short pasta, and the pallets are stacked and handled in the same way. All products go to the distribution warehouse ready for the market. With strategically located depots throughout the country at the following locations: Katima Mililu, Otavi, Ondangwa, Ochivarango, Windhoek, Gobabis, Walvis Bay, Mariental, Keetmanshoop, and Oranjemund. We are able to exceed our customers' delivery expectations to all corners of the country and ensure timeous delivery over vast distances. Once the bulk product is delivered to the relevant depots, each depot is responsible for storage, picking, and delivery to their respective customers in the regions using our own fleet ranging from 1-ton up to 30-ton vehicles. This fleet already exceeds 60 vehicles. Namib Mills remains committed to Namibia. It's important for us to not only focus on our strategic pillars of producing great quality products and services, remaining responsible to our environment, pioneering in our operational processes, and maintaining and attracting a high-quality workforce, but also to live in accordance with our brand promise of feeding the nation.